Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm doing a review on the Engageind Israel Adesanya The Last Stylebender boxing gloves. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I'm doing a review on the Engageind Industries Israel Adesanya The Last Stylebender boxing gloves. I got mine in 14 ounces. You can get it anywhere between 8 to 16 ounces, and it comes in this one limited edition custom design with a tribal look to it and a Velcro closure. Now, I've been following Engageind Industries for a while now. In fact, originally I wanted to get a pair of the WIP series boxing gloves. But at the time when I was looking to purchase them, they were all sold out of the size I wanted. They only had like, I think 10 ounces, and I wanted something larger. So hopefully they restock and I can get a pair of those and do a review on those in the future. But my second choice were the Last Stylebender boxing gloves. So these gloves are actually genuine leather. When I did the initial unboxing of these gloves, I thought that they were synthetic because to me the leather material looked too perfect. It kind of reminded me of the material that you see like on the Sandoval Battle Forge gloves, which are synthetic. So I thought that initially, but correcting myself, going back to the website, it does say that these are authentic, genuine leather. I believe there's no actual tag on here, so I believe these gloves are either going to be manufactured in Pakistan or India, which is my best guess. The first thing you'll notice with this glove is that it has this really cool looking tribal design, this Maori tribal design. Israel is actually from New Zealand, so obviously that comes along with his culture of being from New Zealand. It says broken native, care of the Last Stylebender for Engageind Industries 2020 BN. Broken native. The whole idea behind that is basically a warrior that's willing to do the one thing that nobody else is willing to do. So that's kind of the concept behind that. And then again, you have that Polynesian design right there. It goes towards the back of the glove. You can see that the leather has a very nice grain to it and look. It's more of a satin finish. It does utilize injected molded foam, which I'm not a big fan of, but a lot of gloves use that. Coming down to the wrist, it is a shorter cuff, and this glove is more of a tie style glove, if you can tell. It doesn't really resemble a traditional, in a classical sense, a regular boxing glove. So you come down to the Velcro strap. You also have the BN right there at the very tip, more of the design. It says right there, I'm prepared, as well as right here. So that's kind of going through there vertically. And then you come over into the wrist section. You do have a nice smooth tri-cotton liner, as well as about, I'd say, ½ inch of padding on the rounded cuff. Again, this is more like a tie style glove. Double stitching on the palm side. You also have Cortec, 14 ounces. Cortec is basically just saying molded foam. Ventilated cross holes on the palm side right there. Kind of a medium-sized grip bar that's nice and dense, and a black leather attached thumb. Just like molded foam, when you feel it, it's very solid, very protective. Doesn't get very much feedback. To me, I feel like molded foam is like the opposite of like the horsehair puncher style glove. This is more for max protection. The drawback also I feel with molded foam is it's too rounded. When you land a shot, yes, you made contact with whatever you're hitting because you can feel it. But sometimes I feel like with some like hooks and uppercuts, you kind of get more of a glancing and it kind of slide off the target with that. But outside of that, a very cool looking glove. I've never had a glove look like this, so it's very unique looking. Has a stockier profile, a little on the slimmer side, but it's definitely a tie style glove. Quality of the gloves are actually really nice. I mean, the leather is really good. I haven't had any issues with the molded foam bubbling. The stitching looks really clean. The design symmetry looks good. The colors are very vibrant. The red looks good in person. So the fact that they're able to design this so well and make it look clean and crisp is a huge bonus in my eyes. You can see the black leather and the red on the inside of the thumb looks really clean. All nice and symmetrical with the stitching. No exposed stitching there. the glove is a little bit on the floppy side, but that's kind of to be expected with a Thai style glove, where the midsection of the glove is more flexible for the clinch. Gloves are pretty much almost on weight. They're, I think, a hair overweight when I put them on the scale by about like 0.2 or 0.3 ounces. So they're relatively on weight for a 14-ounce glove. The design on the Velcro strap looks really clean. The Velcro quality is nice. It grabs on well. And the liner looks really good. So I have really no complaints in terms of the quality. Comfort of the gloves. Putting these on, the proportions feel good for a 14-ounce glove. Sometimes, you know, depending on the brand and the model, one brand's 14-ounce glove is completely compact compared to another brand's 14-ounce glove, which feels gigantic. And with these, you know, I feel like my hands are normal size. I'm not a big person, nor am I really small. I'm kind of right in the middle. I'm your average 5'8" dude. I feel like the gloves for 14-ounce gloves are actually the perfect size. Like from a dimensions standpoint, like my thumb feels really good. It's not too long. I don't feel like it jams. But when I form and make a fist and it pulls it down, it doesn't pinch down on the tip of my thumb. The depth of the finger compartment feels really good. You do have a piece of neoprene that acts like a piece of memory foam. The palm feels really good. No issues with any pinch points there. Not too wide, not too narrow in the finger compartment. The liner feels really good. Now, the only issue I have with these gloves is going to be the fact that it's molded foam, and they didn't put any kind of softer foam on the inside hand compartment to kind of wrap around your fist. So I feel like when I make a fist, there's a little void between my pinky and my ring finger knuckle and this section of the glove. Not much, but it's definitely there. Where if they use a softer foam padding on the inside that was, I guess, adhered to the IMF, then it would be much more comfortable, and I'd be a little bit more confident with my power shots. Sometimes when you have a little bit of room and you're really throwing a lot of power into your punches, whether it's a hook or uppercut, typically more of like the angled punches, you can form a blister because your hand starts to kind of rub against the inner portion of the glove. So that's kind of the big issue I had with these gloves, is that I felt a little bit of chafing on the inside. But other than that, they feel really comfortable. Protection, performance-wise, they perform like you would expect in molded glove. Excellent shock absorption, a good amount of pop. Don't really feel the feedback with these. And I felt like there was a couple of shots that would kind of roll off the bag when I was using this for bag work because of how rounded the strike surface is. So in my opinion, this glove is kind of right in the middle. I feel like it does some things very well, but I feel like they can make a couple of tweaks and adjustments to make it even better. Like use a multi-layer foam padding to get it right where the padding needs to be at, and maybe just a little bit of a softer foam on the inside, and these would be a perfect glove. And then make a traditional boxing version that doesn't have the Thai style wrist support, where you have a traditional wrist and maybe even a lace-up version. I think these would sell like hotcakes in my opinion, just because I know Adesanya has a huge following around the world, and I think the gloves look pretty unique, and honestly they look pretty cool. So maybe additional colorways, make a couple modifications, and I think you'd have a big winner with these gloves. Cost-wise, these gloves I believe are like $85.65. It's like super random number, but they're, just for the sake of this video, they're $85, which is a pretty good price. I mean, even if you're considering that you're not a fan of molded foam, I like the fact that they made a glove that is sponsored by a high-level elite athlete, and they didn't price gouge it. You know, it's at $85, which is really reasonable for a glove like this with a cool design that's a limited edition glove. So I do like the fact that the price is right where it needs to be at. Just needs a couple of tweaks, and I think these would be definitely perfect. So if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll put the link in the description box where you can find these Stylebender boxing gloves. I'll see you guys later. Take care.